Isn't that the goal?
Well, but it's like hot.
There is a Louis L'Amour book where I think it's Tell. I want to say it's Tell goes to a town called Hot Coffee because it was it was a mining settlement, you know.
hmm
And when they put up the saloon, a guy rode through and drank some coffee and said, "Dang, that's hot coffee." And that's just what they called. When the rest of the buildings went up, they're like, "Hey, there's a bank for hot coffee." Woo. And you know that's real because it's Louis L'Amour, like something like that.
Yeah,
It was either hot coffee or the real one was like hot bacon or whatever. Good meat,
yeah.
you know?
I like that. Louis
I,
L'Amour's the best.
yes, I would agree with that. You ready?
Oh, I suppose. All right, welcome to Words Are Hard, a writing and editing podcast. I'm your host, Ramsey, the extrovert in charge of keeping the conversation flowing.
And I'm your other host, Rachel, editor, indie author, and well, let's see. Right now, I'm a babysitter. I've got I've got
Does it
my
count as babysitting when they're your own?
well, it's not just mine. I've got my
Oh,
6-year-old, my soon to be 4-year-old, and then my friend's 5-year-old and twin 3-year-olds this summer. That's what I'm doing while trying to
good.
finish my book.
Good golly.
They're good. It's been fun. But yeah, I
Yeah,
got
those
deadlines.
kids are sweethearts.
They are. They're
Yeah.
it's been good. Honestly, the hardest part has been 6-year-old because he gets too wild with
hmm
the 5-year-old is his best friend. So like all impulse control. And he has a lot to start with. Just
hmm
goes out the window.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're back from hiatus.
Yeah, so that's going to be our fun fact of the day. It's been a long time
It has been.
since we've been able to record, and most of that is it's primarily due to me. Um,
I will give you maybe 70-30, maybe 60-40. You started a new job. I also started a new job,
mhm.
and yeah, it's been a lot the last couple
Yeah,
months.
yeah. So yeah, different career path for me. Um, Not something I'm used to, but something that I think I'm doing pretty well at. It's in sales, so you guys can know that. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's been going really well.
Good.
I'm enjoying it. It's challenging. I've got, goals to look for, and strive to reach. But it's taken up a ton of time. And since I started this job, I've had to go down to Milwaukee for 3-day meetings twice, and there's been a couple other, meetings, and then with hosting trivia twice a week, it's just been,
Yeah.
60 hour weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot to get used to.
So, all right. Well, I guess that's enough about us. Um, you guys don't come here to listen to us. You come here to get all your fun facts about our main topics and stuff.
Yeah, that was our fun fact.
Maybe they come to listen to us. I don't know.
I do think it's a majority of people who listen to us over the information. Like, I
Well,
guess if you want to talk about writing on your writing podcast, whatever.
yeah. All right. Well, today's main topic is tropes.
Do you know what tropes are?
I know it's pronounced tropes and not tropies.
Okay. Uh, that's a start. Um, okay, well, tropes, and I just copied this from tvtropes.org because I like this definition. It's one of those things that depending on who you talk to, you might get a slightly different definition or interpretation. But I
hmm
like this one. Storytelling shorthand for a concept that the audience will recognize and understand instantly.
Okay.
which, as you can imagine, covers a lot of
Yeah, it's pretty
information.
vague.
Um, Fun fact, haha, look at me bringing two fun facts and an additional word of the day that we're not going to use for our word of the day. Trope is from Greek, meaning turn.
Like an Arctic tern.
No, turn with a U.
Name that show.
Whose line?
There you go.
It's a term in narratives, plays specifically, but also in rhetoric. So
Hmm.
you're taking a turn in the story or in the conversation or the oration, whatever.
Hmm.
So to help with the very broad definition there, I have some examples of tropes from
Hmm.
stories. The first one I have is the chosen one,
Hmm.
right? You have a character who has been called to complete a quest, whatever, that's a trope. Assembling the team, like when you have that moment in usually in a
Yeah.
movie, but this happens in stories too. The training montage, that's a trope.
Yep.
Keys to
Yep.
lovers is a trope. The you're off the case in every detective movie. The mentor dies,
Yep.
one last job,
Uh-huh.
guy comes out of retirement. And my personal favorite, extended disarming. So like the scene in Two Towers when they get to Edoras and they're like, hey, you can't come in before Theoden with all of your weapons, and they're like, all right,
Oh,
take off. And it takes them
yeah.
like 10 minutes to get all of you know, Gimli's pulling
Yeah.
axes out of his.
Yeah. And these, I mean, this is like your stereotypical thing. Like the common consumer can pick out these
Yeah,
9 times out of 10. Like this
yes.
isn't difficult things.
No,
And this is things
these
we
are,
make fun of
it can
now,
be. It can
you
be.
know.
I mean, it's also things that people seek out,
Hmm.
right? Like, I love the extended disarming trope. If I know that that's occurring in a movie or a show or a book,
Hmm.
like, I want that. I love that.
Have you
It's,
seen the Lego movie?
yes, but I was playing it during Lutheran Schools Week for my class. So I was
Hmm.
grading while it was on in the background. So yes and no.
I think they played on the extended disarming where I'm pretty sure it's Lego movie. Yeah, where I think Batman or I don't know, one of the guys got to, take off his weapons and, then it cuts to somebody else and then it cuts back to him and the pile's bigger and it cuts to
Right.
somebody else
Yeah,
and it
and you
cuts
just
back to
keep
him and then the
going and
pile's
like
just, it's ridiculous.
pulling weapons out of like the inside of your sock.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Oh, there's a deer walking past my window. Stay out of my
I'm
tomatoes.
the, I'm the one that lives in the country and I don't have that going on.
We live a block from the river, and
Yeah.
Mike scared a fawn the other day when he was mowing,
Oh.
and it scared him because the mom left it in the lilies against our house,
Yeah.
and he, mowing past, and it freaked out and ran past, and he freaked out, and anyway, tropes.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean's got another good disarming
Pirates of the
one.
Caribbean has a ton of tropes. And so
Hmm.
so the thing with tropes is that a lot of times people will talk about them and be like, "Oh, tropes, like you're using tropes, so you're
It's
being
so cliche.
derivative and right." You can't have a story without tropes.
Yeah.
It, it,
Literally,
they don't
like
exist.
looking through all of these, it's 90% of every movie out there.
Right, because it is story shorthand.
Hmm.
That's how you tell a story. It's the elements of a story.
Oh, yeah. The training montage or the shopping montage.
Right, like you need those things to exist in certain stories, and they're
Yeah.
enjoyable when they're done well. So, why tropes are good? They help define the genre of the story that you're telling, so that your audience can settle in more quickly, so they know what to expect. So, if I am telling a romance and I don't have a meet cute where the two characters meet for the first time, and
Yeah.
usually it's like a sweet or interesting moment which is why it's called a meet cute. You also have the
Hmm.
opposite of this, where it's a disaster, but like you still know in that moment, oh, these two characters are going to be endgame, right?
Hmm.
Because that's how romances work.
Hmm.
If I tried to write a romance without that moment, what do I? It's not a romance,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So you have to include some of those things just so that your readers or your audience or whatever is getting what they came for.
Well, and I'm feeling like part of it is being able to say a lot without really having to say a lot.
Exactly.
So like you were saying in the romance movies, they get to embracing, and I'm thinking like Old West, something like that, the old spaghetti westerns, they get to, smooching and then the camera turns and pans to the window and it's like, well, we all know what's going on now,
Yes.
but the author isn't having to say that.
Right. Yes. It's which getting back to the idea of this being shorthand. You are telling the audience, you're giving the audience a lot of information in a single moment because they
Hmm.
know what that moment means in a story.
Hmm.
So when they're used effectively, that's what they're used for.
Hmm.
It's a tool to communicate with the audience. And again, they're popular for a reason. Like the
Hmm.
extended disarming is awesome. Pretty
Hmm.
much any time I've seen it, that's good stuff. Or when like you've got your company of misfit heroes and they're trapped somewhere and then you hear all of the bad guys like swarming outside and the one character goes, "Oh, we've got company." Like, man, that's awesome. I love that. Every time it happens, I'm like, ah, you've got company, but it's bad guys. Ah,
You're such a nerd.
I know, I love it. So, when to be careful with tropes or how to be careful with
Yeah.
tropes. The reason a lot of people say they don't like them, they're wrong, but the reason they say they don't like them is when they get overdone, when they turn
Okay.
into cliches or stereotypes, when they come predictable, when they become predictable.
I don't know, but
That's
that's
when people
almost the
don't like it.
point. Yeah, again, they're wrong because that's almost the point where it's fun, it's funny,
Right.
or it's enjoyable. Like in every rom com, there's going to be a shopping montage or whatever, and you know it's
The
coming.
glow up.
Yeah, yeah, the glow up. You know it's coming, and you're fine with it coming
You
because
want it to come because that's the
right.
point of like that's what you're there to see. But yes, people don't like it when it's not done well. So
Hmm.
it's not the tropes that they have issues with. It's the execution of this story wasn't
Hmm.
told well,
Hmm.
right? And they are things to be careful for. Like, yeah, okay, every, 80s, 90s teen rom-com had the glow up and it turned into a cliche because it was always the pretty girl takes off her glasses and suddenly she's unrecognizably gorgeous.
Hmm.
Like that at that point is a trope that is no longer enjoyable because it's not saying anything new and it's not adding to the story. It's just she was beautiful all along, but nobody could tell because she was wearing glasses.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you authors and screenwriters and directors, you dicks to those of us that wear glasses that we're just perpetually ugly in your eyes because we have to have them on all the time. Thanks.
Yep. Which is not the message, I'm sure, that these storytellers were trying to convey. They were trying to convey, look, she has changed,
Inner beauty and
but
all
we
that.
still have to be able to use the same actress, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So those are the cases
They need to
where,
have a movie. I'm sorry. They need to have a movie where, they get to that scene, and she takes off the glasses and it's a different actress altogether, completely just a new woman.
okay, so get on that. Um, yeah, so that's when, when people start pointing out, oh, it's this again. It's not because the trope has failed, it's because it's not being done in an interesting way.
Yeah.
So, how to subvert tropes? Because you're going to have tropes. You have to have tropes. How to make sure that they are the kind that people enjoy.
I would say don't suck at writing. It's probably going to be the number one thing to make
You,
it.
you know,
Yep.
that helps. Yeah.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah, subverting tropes is the answer. So you need to be aware of the tropes in the type of story that you're telling. If I'm writing a romance, I know that there has to be a meet cute. So how can I take that trope and turn it into something that is new and interesting? It's never going
Hmm.
to be brand new because how
Hmm.
many times have there been meet cutes, right? At some point, somebody has done something similar to what I want to do in all of the romances that have ever existed, right?
And that's okay.
And that's okay. You're not trying to reinvent it.
Like Tolkien said, every story that is coming from here on in is just a melting pot of every story that's been told before.
Literally in the Old Testament, there's the verse, right? There's nothing new under the sun. From the Old Testament, they were
Yeah,
recognizing that already. Like
right,
nothing is new.
right.
But what you're trying to do when you subvert a trope is to give it more meaningful context in your story.
Hmm.
And you can do that by twisting it a little bit and understanding the point of that trope and leaning into it.
Yeah.
So, my example for this, the best example of subverted tropes that I have ever seen consistently is leverage.
Mm.
They do it so well. And I will explain it just with the main characters, but they do it with every single episode. There are five main characters, okay?
Hmm.
And it's a heist team, so they all have their own jobs, which by itself is a trope, right? So you
Hmm.
have the mastermind, the hitter, the hacker, the thief, and the grifter. Okay, those are the five jobs.
Grifter?
Grifter, yeah.
What is a grifter?
Like it's a con man. In this case, it's a con woman, but someone who goes in and like sets up the lie
Oh,
to,
okay. Like works the crowd, works the room.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. So the mastermind,
Hmm.
you expect to be, a genius, chess player, like, whatever.
Hmm.
And he is, but he's also a raging alcoholic with very intense Catholic guilt.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's the mastermind.
Okay.
He's he's the he's the main character.
Is he Irish?
He is Irish.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his family, he's from Boston.
Hmm.
So his dad is Irish and like was involved
Yeah.
with the Irish mob.
Yeah.
He was he was going to be a priest and dropped out of seminary when his son died,
Hmm.
which you get in like the third episode, so that's not a spoiler. So that's our mastermind. And like he's a jerk.
Hmm.
He's but he's also the one who cares most about like he's the reason that the team exists. The
Hmm.
plot of Leverage, the premise of Leverage is that they go after like corporations and rich people
So
who
Robin Hooding it.
Robin Hooding it. Consequences can't touch these people. So
Hmm.
this team goes after them. And he's the one who is finding the clients and making sure, this is this person's story. Nobody can help them. We have to help them.
Hmm.
And it's him, this alcoholic jerk. He's the one who's behind that movement.
Hmm.
So then you have let's do the grifter. She is she's an actress who can't act. Like she's
Oh.
just terrible. Her opening scene is they walk in on her doing a scene in Macbeth and like the theater's totally empty and she's just horrible, way overacting her lines and like forgetting her lines. She's just the worst. Like middle schoolers are better actors than she is.
Hmm.
But when she's grifting, she is like she becomes that person.
Hmm.
And like she's amazing at it. And then you have the thief who is a do you know the trope manic pixie dream girl?
What?
This was really popular in like the 90s and 2000s with the
Oh,
like
okay.
the
Like the
girl
pixie cut
power.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like the
like
Tom girl.
Tom girl, she's a little, she's super edgy, but she's conventionally beautiful and
Yeah.
like her whole personality is that she's weird and quirky.
I'm
But like
thinking
there's
Katie from Firefly.
Kaylee is
Kaylee.
almost, but she's a softer version
Okay.
of this. This character is usually like almost like a Harley Quinn. right? Like
Oh,
super edgy, you know?
like nuts.
Yes. So the thief in Leverage
Yeah.
is that trope,
Yeah.
but flipped. Like she
With a guy.
is,
Oh, with okay.
it's still a woman and still conventionally attractive, young 20s, blonde.
Hmm.
She is very, very clearly autistic. Like it's
Hmm.
never said in the show,
Okay.
but the writing and her portrayal is very like that's the intention. Um, and she is caring and she's loving and she doesn't understand social situations. And so she works really hard to get to the point where she does. Like the other characters work with her throughout the whole show. The character she ends up with and builds like a flowchart of social interactions for her so that when she starts grifting, she has this like literally a flowchart that like, okay, they said this, this is how I respond. I said this is how they responded. Now this is what I say. And it's just a really interesting way of having like that. You take a two-dimensional, what should be a two-dimensional trope, and they give her depth and emotion and feeling and connection, which you don't see very often. You froze.
No,
You're just not responding.
I'm
Cool.
just not moving.
You're
No,
like
yeah, okay.
normally, the quiet is one thing, but like you weren't blinking. Like,
I was just looking. I was
okay,
just was intently listening.
okay. So
Okay, so the hacker,
moving on to the hacker. He is the youngest member on the team.
naturally.
Um, and he is the heart of the team. Like he becomes the mom character, even though he's the youngest. And like he's cocky and arrogant and like he's really good at what he does. And again, like you've got the young techie character who is like mothering the rest of the group. That's not usually
Hmm.
a combination that you see. And then the hitter is the fighter, right? Like he's
Yeah.
there to beat people up. And he cooks in aprons and like is constantly, feeding the team and he sings and he plays music and like a lot of generally feminine coded,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that is an integral part of his character while he's
Hmm.
beating people up.
Yeah. Um, Jamie from Firefly.
Jane,
Jane.
learn these names
God,
if you're good. But
it's been a
no,
while since I've seen the
because
show. But
Jane is written to be a jackwagon and he is a jackwagon.
okay, yeah, but I'm thinking about like, yeah, never mind. It doesn't apply.
It doesn't at
Let's
all.
read her. Yeah, yeah.
Good morning.
I
My
don't.
son
Yeah,
came down.
we're just gonna back that one up.
Yeah, Jane is not an example of this, but the hitter is set up to be that kind of character. Like when you're introduced to
Hmm.
him, you're like, yeah, okay, like this is the muscle, right?
Hmm.
And he's actually, good morning,
Hi, buddy.
go away. Um, he's one of the smarter. They're all smart, but like he's really good at planning things and
Hmm.
second guessing, getting ahead of people, like figuring things out and being ready for it before it happens.
Yeah.
But you don't expect that of the muscle.
Hmm. Tactical
So
situational awareness.
yes, so like the whole show is constantly just doing things like that, where it's like, okay, here's the trope that you expect this character to be, the situation to be,
And we're gonna lean into it
and we're going
slightly.
to lean into it so you know what's coming, and then we're going to twist it right at the last
Okay.
second. And it is so enjoyable from a writing standpoint and from an audience standpoint. Like you have a lot of fun with it. Watch the
Hmm.
freaking show and you would understand. Everybody who
uh,
has seen the show who's listening is like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really good. Watch it.
yeah. Maria saved it into one of the lists on whatever streaming service it is.
Yay.
But it is in Netflix or
No, it's on Prime. They put it on
Prime.
YouTube
Yeah.
too. Um,
Okay. But yeah, we were scrolling through Prime the other day and I was looking through our saved list and I'm like, no. She's like, your sister said, I'm like, no.
and Mother and Bethany. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
trust me, trust Bethany. Bethany and I are starting a
No.
Leverage podcast.
Oh my
We're going to
God.
analyze each episode. I'm so excited. Anyway,
You are just a nerd.
no, from a writing I mean, we've done this. Like, we spend hours literally her first time through watching it, we spend hours on the phone after every episode picking apart every because the writing is so good. It is so good. I was gonna say something. Oh, when you watch it, tell me because they
I will not be calling you after every episode,
no no
and we
no
will not be discussing.
no no. But when you watch it, tell me because they showed the first season out of order. Like they wrote it and they filmed it in one order, and then when they broadcast it, they moved the episodes around,
Okay.
and it messes with the character development. So before you start it, let me know so I can give you the right order to watch them in because it's not broadcast order
Why would they do that?
because they're stupid.
You
It
just
was
you
the
just got done saying how brilliant these guys are, and
no, the writing is great. It's the studio. Like when they put it to show on when they aired it, they
yeah.
moved the episodes around. It wasn't anything to do with the writers or the cast or the producers or anything. It
Hmm.
was the studio when they put it on TV.
Hmm.
They did it out of order. They aired it out of order. So now all of the streaming services have them out of order. Just
Hmm.
in the first season. Everything else is fine. So listeners,
Okay.
if you want the correct watch order, let me know
God, you're a nerd.
because it really does
Um,
make a difference character development wise.
okay, we're gonna have to start implementing rules
No,
on just like Tolkien. We can't. This is not a leverage podcast.
okay. When you're talking about writing,
This is your one time that you get to get it all out, so get it all out.
I'm getting it all out.
There.
There's so much more I could talk about. I
All right,
hopefully
and
when I could channel this into the leverage podcast with Bethany, it'll be a little better, but
is that what it's going to be called? Leverage podcast with Bethany.
no, so every episode is the something job. So it's going to
Hmm.
be the leverage job. Life lessons
Pod.
from leverage.
Oh God. And this hasn't been done already?
No,
What?
nope.
Ah.
There are leverage podcasts, but they have different names. So, and they're mostly episode recaps.
Hmm.
We're gonna deep dive from a writer's standpoint.
No,
Like this is
Lord.
why this line is so good. And also, here's a lesson, a life lesson that you can apply from this tiny little moment, which is what we spend hours talking about anyway. So now we're just gonna record it.
My God.
Be ready, listeners.
Okay.
We're actually gonna record our first episode tonight. I watched I rewatched the pilot and I took notes.
Oh, you, I, this is a level of nerd that I have not seen from you in a very long time.
This is a
Like
very standard level of nerd.
this is getting geek level. Like you're geeking out on this. I'm concerned for your well-being
Dean Devlin,
and that of your children.
the creator. Well,
Yeah.
he's not the creator. He's director and producer and then co-creator of the spin-off
Hmm. Hmm.
sequel, whatever. He's my writing hero. Like I want to be him.
Hmm.
So, it,
Okay. And with that being said, we're going to move on to the word of the day.
word of the day today is petrichor,
Yeah.
which is a distinctive, which is a leverage reference.
Oh my God.
Um, a distinctive, usually pleasant odor that is associated with rainfall, especially when following a warm, dry period. Have you heard
Yeah,
this word?
chemically, oh yeah, I've done this for trivia before.
Okay.
Chemically, the rain is reacting with certain compounds within the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And that when those two combined releases basically a gas that is pleasant for people to smell.
Yeah. And so the reason I picked this word is because it's been raining a lot. And like I assumed it was an older word because it sounds Greek, right?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
Greek. It was coined in 1964.
really.
Yes, by Australian scientist Richard Thomas
Mm.
in a paper co-authored with Isabel Baer, which describes this, right?
Oh,
The chemical reaction that releases a certain smell. But they created the term from the Greek petra, meaning rock or stone, and
mhm.
ichor, which is the blood of the gods,
I love that.
right?
That's pretty sweet.
Isn't that awesome?
if you're gonna make a word, that's how you do it.
right? Like
That's pretty cool.
you go hardcore.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's
okay.
all I got. That's the whole history, but it's really cool.
People that live in big cities do not experience this.
What?
Um, People that live in big cities do not experience this
Oh,
because
sure. Because
it has
it's
to be with soil.
yeah.
If you live where there's a lot of concrete, a lot of blacktop, you're not going to get this. So
I mean, there is
well,
a smell. Rain on blacktop, rain on concrete.
correct.
Not the same.
That
It's
is
not the
that.
same.
Yeah, it's not the same. You got to be around dirt.
Yeah.
So if you've never experienced this on a warm day when it's raining, go out into
Go
the country
touch dirt.
and ground, go ground yourself
Yeah.
while it's raining
Or just
and
before it
not,
rains.
yeah.
And then because you can
Well, no,
smell
no,
it
no. It's got,
before.
well, you, the reason you can smell it before is because it's hitting dirt elsewhere and
Right.
that
I know,
scent
but
is
that's what I mean. Like
wafting down.
it's hard to smell it during the rain because you're like
Yeah.
wet
But while you are standing out in the field,
under a tree.
smelling the
Yes.
rain, if your hair starts standing up, get down.
Yeah. Mm.
Like, do you remember that out out at the farm
Mm-hmm.
when your hair just
Mm-hmm.
stood up?
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh, this is bad.
Let's go inside now
Yeah.
into the nice brick building.
Yeah. Good times.
Mm. Yep.
All right.
Then after you go inside, go watch Leverage.
Yuck. If you enjoyed the show today, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review. Share with your friends or someone who needs to learn some grammar. Apparently needs to watch Leverage as well. You can also sign up for Rachel's editing newsletter at rosedene.editing.com. That's ROSEDENE editing.com to get a bunch of free resources, including your 7 steps to line editing checklist.
I'm also offering a free first page edit through my line edits and action series. You can sign up on my website and you'll be entered into a weekly drawing for a free line edit of your opening page.
And join us next week as we dive into unreliable narrators.
And there's an episode of Leverage that is perfect for this, but I won't talk about it much, I promise.
Uh, okay.
This works better.
Remember,
This works better with books.
remember, words are hard.
We're here to help.
Yeah, I got to go to work.
Yeah, Chicken will be dropping the kids off shortly.
Oh, she gets it. Okay, that's nice. You don't have to
Well,
go anywhere.
we do every other. So
Oh,
today they're coming here. Tomorrow I'll go there.
oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I should end the recording.
Yeah.